Okay. So in the previous session, we studied what is training data, what is testing data, how to find out classification accuracy, or how to test the classifier model with respect to k-fold cross-validation technique, where number of folds were selected as 10. So in today's session, we will try to learn another test modes, which is training test mode, and then a percentage split. So after opening the Weka, you can open the particular file, that is training data, and then you can go to classify, where test options are available. So now here you have to select first option, use training set, and then you have to say start. Yes. So how much is the accuracy?
90.
98%, which is highest till now,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? Why is it that? Why is it so? Okay. What do you understand by this test mode? When we have selected use training set, that means what?
Sir, means a part of the data has been considered as training set and remaining as test set, and we have trained the model on this training set. Or
Pardon? Can you repeat?
is it that the data has been splitted into training set and test set, and
No,
then
no. Here it is said that use training set only.
So is the all of the data used for training the model?
Yes, all data is used for training the model. Then you must ask how this confusion matrix, how is this confusion matrix drawn or found
Yes, sir.
out, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So try to understand that training data sets is created by operator or a data scientist. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so which has been already classified manually. So when we are using training data set for classification, ideal accuracy must be equal to
100%.
perfect. So whenever you are using this particular option, use training set, when you are using this particular option, the accuracy must be equal to 100 or it must be more than 98%.
Okay.
But ideally it should be 100%, but it may not happen because when the training is happening or when the training is being done, when training is done for previous classes, that is A, B, C, and so on, if some of the features of A matches with B, then obviously it will be misclassified. So that is why this confusion matrix can be done. Are you getting how this confusion matrix is drawn?
Sir, but what data is the model
Classification
testing?
will be,
Because
yeah, no, testing will not be done here. I mean, the test data will not be used here. Training dataset itself will be used. Only thing, when classification has been done for class A, then it will be done for class B. And if some of the features of B matches with A or A matches with B, then it will be misclassified accordingly. That is why here we are getting less accuracy, that is 98%. Ideally it should be 100%.
100%.
Samjha?
Okay, so if we change the order of the class, the
Then
accuracy
it
might
is,
increase.
yes. Yes.
Okay.
So that is why your training data set must give classification accuracy as 100%.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now after this, what we will do is, since we do not have separate test data, we will select some of the samples from training data itself, and then second option will be used. So now what you do is just go to that CSV file, open the CSV file. First of all, close this Weka because then file will not be opened.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. Open the CSV file. Yeah, so now what you have to do is, there are 50 samples, right?
Yes.
So what we will do is, we will keep 40 samples of each tool, each condition as it is here. Just select 10 samples, like last 10 samples of each condition, and make another Excel sheet.
Okay, sir.
कळलं ना काय करायचं?
Oh.
हा. कट. सॉरी, एक काम कर. नाही नाही, थांब थांब थांब. बंद कर फाईल.
ओके. हे क्लोज करू का?
क्लोज कर, पूर्ण फाईल क्लोज कर. नो म्हण.
हो.
क्लोज कर. आता 2 सेपरेट फाईल्स बनव. कॉपी पेस्ट. मी सांगतो काय कर. ती फाईल कुठे बघ जरा, लोकेशन दाखव कुठे.
हा, दाखव.
त्या लोकेशनला जा रादर.
ओके.
हा, डेस्कटॉप कॉपी कर ही फाईल.
ओके.
डेस्कटॉप वर जा आता.
ओके.
इथे पेस्ट कर. याला नाव दे ट्रेनिंग सेट. परत एकदा कॉपी कर आणि पेस्ट कर ही फाईल इथेच. त्याला टेस्ट डेटा म्हण, टेस्ट सेट. Now go to training set, delete last 10 samples of each class.
Okay.
Only keep 40 samples per class, first 40 samples.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Kshitij, you also do this.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have one doubt. That if the test data contains identical samples in the training set, then will we get the accuracy as 100%?
Pardon?
If the test data contains some readings which are identical to the training set, will we get the accuracy as 100%?
Some readings. If that reading matches with the training data set, if the only one reading is fed, then accuracy will be 100%.
Okay, so for example, if we didn't remove these 10 values from this training set and use them as the test set, so we'll get 100% accuracy, right?
Pardon?
We are removing the 10 values from the training set and leaving those 10 values in the test set, right? If we don't remove this from the training set, but use these 10 values as the test set, so will we get 100% accuracy?
Yes. I got your point.
Okay.
You're saying we have to keep this data as it is.
Yes,
and
sir.
then yes, I got it.
Okay.
It must give 100% accuracy because the same values have been taken.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. How many samples are there? Total samples?
251. Including the heading. So it's correct.
What?
Sir, there are 251 rows, including the heading. So it is correct.
Yeah.
Or should I
Six
do
into
the
six, no?
filter also?
6 into 40 ना?
हाँ
240 यायला पाहिजे ना? नाही 24. कुठलं तरी राहिलंय का सॅम्पल डिलीट करायचं?
असू शकतो. एक मिनिट सर चेक कर.
गुड राहिलंय का?
81 121 फ्लॅंक.
फ्लॅंक राहिलं.
फ्लॅंक राहिला.
जास्त झालंय. कमी आहे.
हा.
एक कमी अजून.
अजून एक कमी का सर? ओके.
नाही झाले ना बरोबर.
हा.
162 पर्यंत. डिलीट. किती झाले बघा खाली या.
हो आहेत सर 241.
ठीक आहे. सेव्ह करा. आता टेस्ट मध्ये जा आणि ते 10 सॅम्पल ठेवा. बाकीचे 40 काढून टाका.
हो सर.
प्रत्येक. अजून एक खाली. 40R दिसायला पाहिजे तिथे कर्सरच्या इथे. कर डिलीट. दिसतं ते स्क्रोल डाऊन करताना दिसतं. कर डिलीट कर.
ओके.
चला पुढे. ते बघ तिथे दिसतंय बघ 1R इंटू काय ते. तसं जिथे 40R येईल तिथे थांबायचं.
ओके सर. ते ऍक्च्युली कट होतं इकडं पण ठीक आहे दिसतंय थोडं. ओके.
डन.
हो येस सर.
60 आहेत का?
येस सर आहेत.
चला सेव्ह करा. वेका
क्लोज का?
उघडा.
वेका.
सेव्ह बंद कर.
हो.
वेका ओपन कर. आदित्य पण करतोय का आपल्या बरोबर?
हो सर करतोय.
Very good. So
Sir,
here
आता
now open training data set from the desktop.
okay, sir.
Yes. Go to classify. Should I wait or what? Ameya, Kshitij,
No,
Aditya.
sir, you can continue. I've got up.
Okay, Aditya.
Sir, you can continue.
Okay. Go to supply test set. Now here we have to supply test set. Second option. Go to set.
Sir, okay.
So say open file. Upload test set.
Hmm.
Yeah. So here automatically now class is shown as condition. Can you see that?
Yes.
Now say close. Okay. Now choose J48.
Okay.
Say start. Yeah. So accuracy is
66.
66%.
Sir, do we not have to use the training set first?
It will be automatically used.
Okay.
The train model will be based on training dataset itself.
Okay, sir.
So this is how second option can be used. So here you can change the percentage, like you can keep 30, you can use 20 for test set, and like that you can play around. This was just example I explained by 40-10, like a ratio of 40 and 10. Okay. Now let us go for the last option, which is percentage split. So now you can close the wiki and again restart. Now here you have to open the original file, including all samples. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Classify. J48, and now select a percentage split as 80% कर. Say more options. ठीक है याचं काही हे नाही, बंद कर. Okay, now say start. Yeah, how much is the accuracy?
86%.
How many samples are used?
60.
So what do you understand from this? When percentage split is used as a high 80%, how many samples are used?
80 per,
60 samples, na? So 60
So
out of
90% of 300 will be the test. So
Kshitij,
20% of 300 is 60. So that's it.
Yes, sir.
समझ में आया क्या?
Um,
Sir,
sir,
your total
एक
number
बार
of
फिर से
instances
explain करना है.
means,
बोल काय म्हणतोस? क्षितिज?
sir,
Sir,
total number
can
of
you
instances.
Wait, let Kshitij speak.
Yes,
sir,
sir.
then can you explain this percentage split again? How did you split the data?
See, what I'm saying is observe the number of samples used here. How much it is? 60, right?
Yes, sir.
How many total samples we have?
300.
300. So 300 में से 60 कितना होते हैं?
Okay, 20%.
20%. So what does it mean?
20% is the percentage of data used as test data, right?
Test data sets, correct. And remaining data will be used as
Training data.
correct.
Okay.
So 20% samples, first 20% samples will be selected as test data set.
Okay.
So now these all test data sets can be used for the data which you have available, the data which you have, or with the data which is available, or the label for which or the label of that particular sample is known. For all such cases, these options can be used. But now, when the label is not known, that means you are performing some operation at random speed, feed, and depth of cut, because this particular model or the vibration data has been acquired for fixed speed, feed, depth of cut. That is, some speed, feed, depth of cut, the depth of cut was decided, and for that particular parameter, those particular parameters, the data was acquired and the model was built. But now, if operator changes the speed, feed, and depth of cut, then obviously the vibration will change. And if those parameters will lead to some kind of failure, then it must be detected. But at this particular case, we are not aware of the label or the class. So for such cases, for uh, such data sets, or for such applications, the test data set which is used has no label, so it is considered as blind data. The data or the sample which has no label will be considered as blind data set sample or blind sample. So now question is, for blind samples, how to classify the data, or how to classify that particular sample? Because in test set mode, or in cross validation, or in percentage split, the label was already given. Do you remember? For test data set also, the labels are present, isn't
Yes,
it?
sir.
But now when the label is not there, sample has no label, then what to do? So what you can do is, now go to cross validation again, keep 10 folds as it is. Yeah, classify, start. How much is the accuracy? Yes, same. Okay, now right click on this result, visualize tree. Yeah. So now, if you have such rule sets with you, these rule sets are nothing but binary rules. Binary rules means what? There are only two possibilities, yes or no. है ना?
Yes, sir.
So if you have such rule sets or model, then the blind data set can be classified. So now what you have to do is, you have to convert this decision tree into a program. Now how will you make a program? You can use MATLAB or Python, and then you have to make a program. How will you make a program? You will start with summation.
Then use if else.
Yeah, correct. So you have to use if else, which I already taught in the last semester. So just use if else
Yes.
and go till the last classification of each branch of the tree. So now, if you supply blind data set for this particular program, automatically wherever it will match, to whichever branch it will match, it will be classified. So now you can ask me question, can you explain this in detail? So you are performing some operation and you have acquired vibration, that is acceleration data. Then the next step is we calculate the statistical features for that particular data. We get 13 statistical features. But then which feature will you fade for this particular program? That is summation, isn't it? There is no
Summation.
need. There is no need for such cases for blind dataset classification. There is no need of fading all the features in the start. But what you have to do is you have to fade the
Only
feature which is located at top of the tree. So when you fade summation, it will check if the summation is less than or equal to 34052, then you have to supply maximum feature. Then it will compare the maximum value of maximum feature. If it is less than or equal to 327, you have to fade range. Now if the range is less than or equal to 83, it will be classified as nose wear. Okay.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
So tomorrow you have to make a program on Python or in MATLAB and you have to get the result. At that time, what you can do is you can select any random sample from our training data set and supply values of features to it and just try to check whether it is classifying correct condition or not. So for real-time implementation of such classification, you need this last option, which I just now told, which is called as blind classification of blind data sets. Because in the real time, when you implement this particular model, we are not aware that your tool is leading to which fault. It will be completely depending on the vibrations which are getting acquired with respect to change in speed, feed, and depth of cut. And according to the vibration will evolve. And if it matches with some of the vibrations which are used in this particular model, it will be classified.
Yes, sir.
Even if a good condition matches with, or sorry, initial uh, flank wear stage matches with good condition, it will classify it as good condition only, because this complete model will based on the initial boundary conditions and initial faults which are considered. Now here we have considered flank wear. Now you can ask me how much is the dimension of that particular wear. The flank part of that cutting tool, how much part of flank was weared out, because flank wear is also flank wear will also happen with three phases: primary flank wear, secondary flank wear, and uh, we can say ternary or dangerous, or we can say dead flank wear, where the complete flank will be weared out. So the vibration which are acquired for initial flank wear, that is initial flank wear means there will be only zero point 0.2 or zero point 0.3 mm wear. If 0.3 or 0.2 mm wear is there, then we can say it is initial flank wear. If it is 0 point ranges from 0.4 mm to 0.5 mm, then it will be considered as medium. And above this will be considered as high flank wear. So obviously vibration evolved during such phases of flank will be different. So it may happen that if you train your model for high flank wear and if your tool is leading to initial flank wear, then it may classify to good condition itself, because those
Yes, sir.
vibration signatures have not been seen by your model. So that means how much ever data you acquire in the initial stage and you train that data, based on that the accuracy will be depend. So you have to remember one thing: in machine learning, if you want to predict something, you must know its behavior well in advance. So that means unknown faults which are not seen by training data sets, will not be classified or it will be misclassified. समझ में आ रहा है क्या? So this is
Yes, sir.
drawback
Yes,
of
sir.
machine learning. This is drawback of machine learning or limitation of machine learning. आपको अगर कुछ प्रेडिक्ट करना हो तो उसका वेल इन एडवांस आपके पास ट्रेनिंग होना चाहिए. उसका ट्रेनिंग आपके पास नहीं होता है तो इट विल मिस क्लासीफाई ना.
Yes,
It
sir.
will classify to one or the other class, but then we will not be sure कि यही है वो. So that means there is need of prediction of unknown faults in advance. Then and then only we can say your model is generic.
Okay.
So you can ask me what is unknown faults. Now I will explain. If you acquire data at 1000 speed, if shaft is rotating at speed equal to 1000 RPM, if you acquire the data, and if you acquire data again for speed equal to 3000 RPM, then fault which occurs at RPM is equal to 2000 will be considered as unknown domain, na?
Yes, sir.
So what we can do is we can go for interpolation. We can use result of 1000 and 3000 and we can interpolate and we can try to find out or we can predict the value of vibration at speed 2000 using interpolation. है ना?
Right.
And then we have to again to validate this particular model, what you have to do is you have to run your shaft at 2000 RPM and then you have to check the values, actual values of 2000 RPM and predicted values of 2000 RPM. But now here this prediction is different because here we have interpolated it.
How is
समझ में आ
it
रहा है क्या?
different?
अरे म्हणजे machine learning there are two prediction is done for two cases, one for continuous value, another for discrete ray classification. हमने
Okay.
इसके पहले जो देखा था वो classification था ना.
Hmm.
So we have to predict the class in the previous case, but here you have to predict the continuous value at 2000 RPM ना. So this is
Okay.
different prediction, ऐसा बोल रहा हूँ मैं. Don't get
Okay.
confused.
Okay.
The predicted value at 2000 RPM, the vibration values which are predicted using the values of prediction, using the values at 1300 RPM, sorry, 3000 RPM.
Acha, here we are predicting the values itself, not the class.
And then you have to, because you have to validate it ना. अगर
Yes,
वो
sir.
because those are predicted values ना, तो वो कितने बराबर है वो आपको देखना पड़ेगा. So what you can do is you can cross check by again conducting experiment at 2000 RPM.
Okay.
And then you can cross check. And after that you have to add that 2000 RPM in classification model.
Yes, sir.
समझ में आ रहा है क्या?
Yes, sir.
So that unknown fault domain जो हम बोल रहे थे कि which is not known, that can be added because it has been predicted ना using interpolation.
Yes, sir.
That means, so see, the conclusion is, bottom line is, if you can't perform experimentation for all inputs, suppose if your shaft speed ranges from 1000 to suppose 5000, in the interval of 1000 each.
Yes,
So how
sir.
many readings you have to take? 5 readings.
5 readings.
But if it is not possible for me to take 5 readings, I am giving you simple example. You assume this to be 1000 readings or 2000 readings, okay? So
Yes,
if
sir.
it is not possible for me to undertake all 5 readings, what I'll do is I will take reading at 1000 RPM, 2500 RPM and 5000 RPM. And then for remaining in between sorry. 1000, 3000 and 5000, sorry. Okay, I'll take
Yes, sir.
reading at 1000, 3000 and 5000. And then reading at 2000 and 4000 will be predicted. using interpolation. That means there is no need to take the reading actually, but you can predict it using interpolation, or you can go for regression also. Okay. Using artificial neural networks, you can predict the be added in the classification model, which will be used to solve the problem of unknown fault domains.
Yes, sir.
You are getting it or not, because this is little bit what I'm saying. But anyways, we will take examples on this, then you will be able to understand. But I think you must have understood some of the part, what I'm trying to say.
Yes, sir. Sir, your voice is actually breaking.
Okay. Hear me? Can you hear me now?
So the sound is less.
Okay, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. So, this is all for today.
Okay, sir.
Have any
Sir,
question?
and yes, sir. Sir, when we were talking about interpolating, there is no actually any compulsion, right, to perform the experiment at even intervals. We could also use it at 1000 RPM, 4000, 5000, and then interpolate to get 2 and 3, right?
Yes, we can do.
Okay.
But the thing is, it is all depends on how much time you have, or um, how much instrumentation you have. Based on that,
Yes, sir.
the thing is that you can't perform experimentation for longer times. Now in industry, they won't give much time. So you have to
Mm.
fix up your experimentation within fewer experiments. So what you can do is you can predict the values for other experiments based on the experimentation or based on the data which have taken from the experimentation. And that is why nowadays for making a generic model, they will go for predicting the missing values, or the values for missing experiments which have not been performed. Then it can be predicted, and then for to validate that particular prediction, some of the experimentation will be carried out, and then the values of actual experimentation and the predicted will be compared, and the accuracy or the error, not accuracy. For this case, it will be called as error. If the predicted
Yes.
is if the predicted value is 1.9 and if actual value is 2, then the error will be calculated. And then using least square technique, the error will be, they will try to fit the curve, and they will try to minimize the error, which we have studied in the regression.
Yes, sir.
So like that, this is the advanced machine learning part. मैंने अभी जो पढ़ा है वो very basic. It is very basic. It can be implemented for the same data or the constant data distributions, जिसमें data बहुत बहुत change नहीं होता. Characteristics data की same रहती है बहुत सारी. मतलब almost if it is same for all cases, if it is not dynamic, then this particular part is used. But when you have dynamic data, then you must go for all such cases. That we will
Yes,
study
sir.
by one. So that's it for today. If you have
Sir,
any,
so should I stop the recording here?
yeah, you can.